Hello. I'm gonna wait for one person to hop on. I know I am gonna be securing this to my YouTube. However, I wanted to kind of come in here and talk to you guys as a team first. So it's a little bit more intimate than going live on all the different platforms. Hi. Okay, so when you hop on, go ahead and say hi in the comments. Hey, Janella. So I just wanted to talk to y'all about customer retention because a lot of people, myself included, took a hit toward the end of last year when it came to our businesses and our checks. And I was talking to a few other leaders that were about the same pay as I was and finding out what their checks dipped to compared to what mine dipped to. And I was immediately thankful for customer retention because looking at my numbers, about half of my check right now is coming from customers that I've had for 6+ months. Some of them I've had for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Like I've been in the business for 6 years, so that's pretty good. Now, I will tell you, I didn't implement a lot of this until the last 2.5 to 3 years, but I did implement the first thing that I'm going to show you pretty much immediately, and I highly recommend that you also implement it immediately. But all that to say, your customers, your personally enrolled customers, can make a huge difference in your check if you take care of them because you're not having to start over every 3 months. Probably for the first year, maybe year and a half, I pretty much did. Every 3 months, all my customers dropped off and I had to completely start over because I would sign them up and pretty much never talk to them again. And I did. I tried. It wasn't because I wasn't trying. I saw all these different, somebody had a recipe box that she would like flip through and she would spend a lot of time on like following up the customers about the products and the different things. I wanted to create a system where my customers were coming to me, letting me know that they got the product, letting me know that they had questions, letting me know if they did or didn't like products. And pretty much the system is working really well for that. So I'm just keeping myself in front of them. So I'm building the relationship, but I'm doing it in a way that's kind of automated. It doesn't take a whole lot of time other than like sitting down and doing it once. So, hi, Anna. So here's what I do. So my first thing, and this is the first thing I implemented, is as soon as a customer orders, I send them a handwritten thank you card. Now, this is something I did in the beginning. It's not handwritten anymore. I'm going to show you what I do now. But in the beginning, I didn't have any extra money to be doing like all the customer gifts and stuff. I had a dollar store not that far from me. I don't have any on me because I don't use these anymore. But I would go get a pack of 8 or 12 cards for $1. That meant 8 customers minimum, 12 depending on if I could find that pack, for $1. Now obviously the stamps, and back then, this is going to tell you how long ago this was. Back then the stamps, I believe, were not even 40 cents yet, and they're 50 cents now. So for 12 customers, now, if you went to the dollar store and got a pack of 12 cards, actually, we're just going to say 8, because I know they sell 8 packs. I haven't seen 12 packs for a while. If you get a pack of 8 cards for $1, 50 cents per stamp, it's going to cost you $5 for 8 customers to start retaining them. Now, again, I don't do that system anymore, but I highly recommend, even if you're brand new in the business, you can do that. That is not something that takes a lot of money. Now, what I do now, and I recommend this if you have like 100+ customers coming in, I would do this because handwritten thank you cards can get very overwhelming when you're trying to do 15 a week. And I'll tell you, at one point, I was signing 75, 85 customers a week. That's when I switched, or not a week, just kidding, a month. And that's when I switched to this. So I just went to vistaprint.com and I made up these cute little thank you cards. Has our pictures on them because I want to keep my face in front of them. And it says, thank you so much for your order. Here's our loyalty card. Let us know when you receive it. Tanya, Brett, and Glory Johnson. And I put this little loyalty card in there, which again, I made at vistaprint.com. And what I do is when they order 10 times, so 10 months in a row, they get something special from me. Now, they also have other perks attached. When you order 3 times, you get this, but it's all the stuff the company does. I'm just telling them about it. So when they get this, They send me a message because, again, I'm keeping them touching base with me. They get this, and it's usually before they get their product. So they'll get this, they'll message me, I'll explain the loyal customer program. If you don't know the loyal customer program, I would highly recommend checking it out. I have another video I'll link in the comments when I'm done that explains the loyal customer program. I probably needs to be updated. It was about a year ago, but most things are the same. And that's when I say, hey, just a reminder, when you get your order, let me know. Now, I've already told them that once, but it's just telling them again. So then they get their order. They're going to let me know. So I'm building rapport the whole time with them. I'm just talking to them. And I'm always saying, oh, no matter, when you try the product, if you like it, dislike it, whatever, like, let me know. I won't be offended. I promise. Like, I don't take it personal. Not every product's for everybody, but I'd absolutely like to make sure that you're not wasting your money on month 2 and month 3 if you don't like anything about month number 1. So I'm already planting in their mind, if you don't like it, it's okay. Like, you don't have to run and hide from me. I can take it. I'm a big girl. So step 1 is a thank you card. Step 2, and again, you can do this as a brand new person. Step 2 is sending out birthday cards. What's up? Okay. So birthday cards, again, you can get them for the dollar store. The last several times I went to the dollar store, I couldn't find any. So I actually ordered, I think I paid $16 for like 100 and some cards on Amazon. And it just says, there's like random designs on them. They say happy birthday, and then I'll write a little note on the inside. And again, I got these printed at Vista Print because these don't have our pictures on them. I want to keep my face in front of my customers because this doesn't trigger as much emotion as that does. And listen, if y'all got kids, make sure your kids are in that picture. This one, I don't have my kid in there. It's just me and my husband. But I'll tell you why in a minute because I send more than this. And it talks about get 20% off of any one-time order, contact Tanya or Brett to redeem. Because it works, gives them 20% off of their order for their birthday. So all they have to do is they message me when they get this, say, hey, how do I use this? Most of the time, they didn't even see the email from the company. And then I voice message like, oh yeah, the company gives 20% off. Just log into your back office or log into your customer portal. This is how you use it. And I walk them through it. I can't tell you how many people have not ordered for a couple of months because sometimes money happens. And they get this, and they turn their auto ship back on, or they at least place a one-time order. So how I keep track of the birthdays, super simple. Oh, real quick. So I try every Friday to set aside 30 minutes and do all of my thank you cards for the last 7 days. That's how I do it. You can do it once a month, depending on how many people you're signing. If you're signing more than 5 or 10 a week, I would just do it every week because I will tell you, when those back up and all of a sudden you have 50 thank you cards to do, it sucks. I stopped doing them at one point because of that. That's when I started doing the picture ones because it was much less work and it took less time. And if need be, I can automate those or I can outsource those out to somebody. Now listen, y'all don't be judging me. I have paid a teenager from our youth group to $10 to come over and spend, a little less than an hour to stamp and address 20 cards for me. Listen, I'm not even gonna try to say I'm above that. If you can outsource it. I don't do it all the time. I'm saying sometimes I need to. Birthday cards. So I do these once a month. Now these I don't usually outsource because they're handwritten, but I do give my kid like 50 cents to go through and put stamps on all of them sometimes. What I did is I went to, here it's called Ross. Basically, it's like a TJ Maxx, I think. And I just got a planner, like just a straight up kind of not anything special planner. And I purposely wanted a planner that was not dated. I just wanted a planner that looked like notebook sheets, which there's all kinds of planners out there. You can do whatever you want. So what I do is when I sign a customer up, if I sign them up, I already have their birthday. Now, if they sign up, I make sure and I ask for their birthday. And I just flip over and put it in my planner. So when I've already done April, listen, I'm going to toot my own horn because there are times the 5th of the month comes around and I haven't even done the cards for that month and people are getting birthday cards like a week late. But you know what? It's the thought that counts and they still like it. But I already did April this month, so. And by the way, thank you cards I don't send to distributors, but birthday cards I absolutely send to my distributors. So what I do is, let's say I signed up Erin and her birthday is the 5th of April. I go through and on the 5th, I just write her birthday in there. Now, I do birthday messages on Facebook as well, but we all know, y'all, don't be acting like you do birthday messages every single day and like never miss a day. I've had times where I've gone like 7-8 days without doing birthday messages because I'm getting overwhelmed or I'm on vacation or whatever. So if you're relying on birthday messages to connect with your customers, how many customers are you missing? So I'm just saying. Now, what I do personally with this, because I use this notebook for my next 2 steps as well. So all of my personally enrolled customers in here go in here. All of my personally enrolled distributors go in here. And all of my team goes in here that I've made personal connections with, which we try to make personal connections with all of them. I understand once your business gets so big, you don't do that. I absolutely have people that I've let fall through the cracks. I try, but basically once, you know, I think once I got past probably 100 distributors, I dropped the ball on a few things. We'll just say that. But what I do is when it's their birthday month, I go through to each of them. I look up on eSuite to see when the last time that they ordered was. If they canceled their account completely, I go ahead and scratch them off. I don't need to send them a birthday card. I don't need to keep them in here. They're not a customer of mine. Guys, this is business, okay? Now, the only exception is if I had like a really good connection with someone, like we became actual friends in real life. I'm not saying you can't send someone a birthday card if they're not your customer. Also, spoiler alert, I put my family in here too because that's the only way they get birthday cards because I do not remember otherwise. They don't know that. So if y'all know my family, don't be letting my secret out because I'm sure some of them would be salty that I remember to send them birthday cards because of my business. But you know what? Whatever. They get cards and their kids get presents. So, anyways. So I write everyone down in here. I go to eSuite, check and see when they ordered. Now, if they don't have an auto ship on, then I go over to Messenger and I just kind of see, like, did they tell me they were shutting it off because they were having money issues? I'm keeping it on my list, guys. It's not because they didn't like the product. I basically will keep them on here for about a year after they don't order anymore before I take them off if it's money issues. And a year sounds a long time, but realistically that's like 3 cards. So this one and plus my next 2 steps. Now, if they like shut it off because they didn't like a product, they were kind of like rude to me, whatever, I'll just take them off. It's 100% your discretion. Now, the same with distributors. If I have a distributor I made a connection with and they just decided the business wasn't for them, I will keep them on this list forever. I don't care. Like, you about to get a birthday card from me. It's not business at that point. Like, I like you as a person. That's honestly how I operate. But if it's someone who's just on my team or never really even started, like I have no connection with them, I don't send them anything. So step 1 is a thank you card. Step 2 is a birthday card. Step 3 is a Thanksgiving card. Notice I did not say Christmas because what does everyone and their mom send? Christmas cards. So if you're sending a Christmas card, it's getting stuck in the stack with everybody else's Christmas card. I am sending out Thanksgiving cards the end of October, beginning of November. So they're getting them a full month or so before their Christmas cards start rolling in. Now, same thing. Guys, you absolutely can go to Hobby Lobby or something like that and get an inexpensive looking holiday card. Now, if Christmas cards are your only option, send a Christmas card. I'm not saying don't send a Christmas card. I'm saying if you have a choice, send a Thanksgiving card. So same thing. I did these at Walmart. I literally put together a cute little Faith, Love, and Hope. Has our pictures on it. And at the bottom it says, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving and a very Merry Christmas. Brett, Tanya, and Glory Johnson. So they get this. Now inside I couldn't find it because I think I used them all. It has, again, a little card. I did from Vistaprint, but you don't have to do anything. Put it that way. But if you want to do it, you can. And it says, basically, use this card to redeem a free sample pack with any one-time order. Meaning not an auto ship, something extra. Again, I can't tell you how many people contacted me just because they wanted that sample pack and this was from my own stash. I paid for this. This is the only time I paid for something. Was from those cards. But again, you're my customer. I'm going to spoil you a little bit. Guys, these are all business investments. And all of these are tax write-offs. Not to mention, they're not that expensive. I pay like, I think 15 cents for this or something. Now, again, I know it's not free. It is cheaper to go to the dollar store and go that route. If you're new, do that. I'm not shaming anybody for what you can or cannot afford. If you have a little bit of extra money or you've been in the business long enough that you have a decent clientele, I would make it a little bit more personal. So 1 is the thank you cards, 2 is the birthday cards, 3 are the Thanksgiving cards, and 4 I haven't done yet because I'm implementing it this year because these have been so good, is I'm sending out a 4th of July card. Here's why. Christmas or Thanksgiving and 4th of July are about 6 months apart. So that means they are getting a card from me every 6 months. What is it that Cammie and Mark always say? Life changes every 6 months. If you are my customer, and again, my distributors get these too. And also, that does work to your advantage for distributors who just have not started working. Like a distributor will stay on this list for about a year, my own personally enrolled distributor. It's when they completely cancel their account that I take them off unless I don't have a personal, or unless I do have a personal connection with them. So every 6 months, something's changing. Maybe you loved the hair, skin, and nails, but you just couldn't afford them. You completely forgot about me because, hello, social media, I have like 30,000 people. Just kidding, 20,000 people. I mean, let's just face it, it's hard to keep track of people. But now I randomly show up in your mailbox and you see a picture of me and a picture of my husband and a picture of my kid, and you're like, oh, that's that homeschooling lady that I ordered those hair pills from. I was wanting to order more of those. I didn't know who she was. We're naive if we think every one of our customers, especially if you're doing host to post, even know what the heck our name is. So, and I always have on the card, I always have either my website on there, or at the very least I have my name. Some of the cards have my phone number. So like there's some way for them to contact me if for whatever reason they cannot find me on social. Which also, if my social ever gets taken down, my people have my contact. So those are the 4 physical things that I do. Now number 5 is social media. And that is, I do interact and I do connect with them. I have what's called like maintenance hours. So usually it's about 3 hours per month that I do this, again, because I do have a crap ton of people. So I will interact very hardcore, and I actually have this in the business section of the planner, so I'll at least show it to you. By the way, guys, if you would like, I do not sell the planners in here because I do not go against compliance, but I do have on my page, my Facebook page right now, a giveaway, giving away 4 copies of the planner, the BossMom Planner, so you're welcome to go enter that if you would like to. This I should have had prepared because I didn't think about showing this, but so I have it right here where I can track. Every month I am interacting and messaging, just basically keeping contact with all the customers, all the distributors, all the potential customers and distributors, but we're not talking about that right now. So just customers and distributors I'll talk about that I signed in the last 90 days. So you see here, interact with my December customers because it's March. So December, January, and February. March is a whole new month. These are brand new people. And then I'm going to check it off. Obviously, didn't do that this month. Interact with my January customers, with my February customers. And then what I do is I go like and comment on a few of their things, and then I'll just send a message saying, hey, happy Monday, or hey, if there's something I can help them with, I do. Usually I'm just saying, hey, happy Monday, or I see something on their page that's funny, and so I'll screenshot it and send it to them, be like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Anything to just start a conversation. I think that's it. Let me... Yes? You can. Yeah, that's it. So I hope that helps. Take something from it. You don't have to implement everything. If you have no customer retention program whatsoever in place, do not try to implement all 5 of these. You'll drive yourself nuts and you'll end up quitting, and it's just not a good thing. I would implement them kind of in the order I gave them to you, with the exception of social media, because that we can all be doing. It's completely free. We should be doing it anyways. But the thank you cards, the birthday cards, all that stuff, I would do, if you do nothing, do thank you cards. Maybe you already do thank you cards, but you're not super consistent. Get consistent and then add in birthday cards. Maybe you're like, well, I really like Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. Do some Christmas cards. I'm just telling you what works for me, and I have so many customers that come back. Even after they turn auto shipments off, they keep in contact with me. They watch my page, and then they come back to me and they order when they're ready to order again. So I hope that helped, and I will see y'all in my next video.